Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So pulling back to the rotation zone at this point, I'm going to update the next levels because we're getting a little extended pullback finally out of overbought condition. These are the kind of things that was overbought. Now we've pulled back to the rotation zone. So far holding the rotation zone on a closing basis on the 4-hour. So let's see what we're watching now. To the upside, if we get the rotation back up, we're watching 72.83 or roughly 72.84 for the first target, the most recent swing high. It's going to be a first little minor resistance. Then we're watching 73.87, then major cluster about right. I'm going to go to the upper end with this retracement. The GAN projection level 74.90. So that's the next key level up. First level support we've already tested, but it's coming in at 7,100. If we get a close below 7,100 or a further pullback about 7,021, you don't really want to see a close if you're bullish below 7,021, else we might start getting the bigger pullback. Let's check out the daily chart. Daily chart you see here coming down. We're starting to get some separation in the rotation zone, finding some minor support at this little support shelf. See the candle body support shelf with the rotation zone. So this is what we're talking about, multiple things lining up. Pay attention to the candle bodies, as I've talked about multiple times. And then if the candle bodies happen to line up with a key highs or lows, that just reinforces it. So we see the two candle bodies. We come over here. And we see, some nice in the same vicinity spike highs. So that just reinforces that level with the rising rotation zone. So that is our key area we're focused on. If we do pull back, Keith, you don't really want to see us drop back below this little support shelf here. It's just below the rotation zone on the daily. So you at least have this little area right here and over here, the support shelf, which comes in about 6,900. If we get a close, especially on a daily basis, below 6,900, we'll start watching for the bigger pullback. Not an overbought condition, still edging up slowly. No sell signals, so nothing to really do but sit on the hands and watch for the rotation back up on the 4-hour chart. Switching over to Ethereum. Ethereum running up, spiking. Let me zoom out a little. Spiking up. We had 190.10 as the next 125% projection level. What was the high? 189.92. Close enough. We're not trying to nail something of it. As it gets close to those levels, just remember you want to move the key levels upwards and take action for the potential pullback. So I just updated this when we were still waiting on this 25% projection from this key swing high back on April 6th. So I'm not bumping that one up. I'm just doing the short-term ones. And we've pulled back to the rotation zone nicely. Remember, we had a really overbought condition on here. There was no divergent sell signal. It's just finally dropped out of overbought condition, coming down to a prior retracement level. That was the spike high, that was this major swing high. So this again is the concept of prior resistance becoming support. So you see here we have this little resistance area with the rising rotation zone, just reinforcing it to become potential support. Don't want to see a close below about 176. Close below 176, we'd start watching for about 169, then 165 are the two key levels based off the 4-hour chart. Going to start watching for a rotation back up here. Then we 189.92, 198.20, and 206.47 are the next key areas. This 198.20 is a cluster. Daily chart. Let's check out to see what the daily chart is doing. So remember, we started paying attention to the rotation zone. Now we have these candle bodies over here lining up with this key close and the rotation zone and the 200. So major support coming in about 172 on the daily. So on a bigger pullback, 172 is very, very key support to watch on the daily. And if we did drop below that, that 165 level is reinforced by the 50-day exponential. And right below that, about 162, you have the rising rotation zone. So 165 to 162 is very key support if we did drop through 172. In overbought condition, but there's no sell signal yet, still rising higher. So we're just going to keep going with the trend and watch for the potential rotation back up on the 4-hour chart. So we have for you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.